In Germany, uncertain on how to mark 200 year with Karl Marx was unborn, a gigantic bronzed image of the philosophy taking into account by China to the city of his childbirth is addition to the anxiety. The little city of Trier-Close, Luxembourg in West Germany, ultimately solved to take the 15FOOT image created by China's largest renowned carver, but just following year of wrangling above if take it would seem to connive rights atrocity in China. Marx Company wrote the Communistic Manifest, that told how all of humane's story had been relying on grade fight. China's capitalist by the government presents his job as center to its way of steering. But Marx as well remnant a contentious drawing amongst Germans, lot of whom lived by the Soviets associations, communistic by the government his job encouraged. The image was opened at on afternoon regional period, 11 o'clock GMT, on Saturday. The commemorations include broad competing groups of protesters and regional officials include appealed for tranquility. If you wish to criticize Marx, you are agreed to do so, but not in abuse or devastating fury, Trier representative Michael Schmidt said DPA news story agent. The distant right option for Germany, AfD, side was due to conduct a quiet march to recall the victims of communism. Time a resist outcry was as well anticipated as so as awaking in cohesion in China's prohibited Falun Gong motion, DPA told. His theories were utilized by his followers to shape the base of communism, a framework by that all was to be belonging communally and public classes would vanish. Yet, communistic-run states such as the Soviets Association and China became infamous for reprisal and humane rights atrocity. Germany's east part, the Deutsche more democratic republic, was dominated by the Soviets Association of 1949 before reunion in 1990, by that period it was lot poorer rather than its west copy. Malu Dreher, lead of Germany's Rhineland-Palatinate country, has outlined the commemorations of Marx's childbirth as an prospect to talk the man and his job, not to commemorate him. Some Deutsche political community include been weighed in on public print. Expensive Karl Marx, no question how shiny yours ideas were, performing them has never treated. Millions of human beings as lives and joy were devotee, wrote Economics Secretary Peter Altmaier of Chancellor Angela Merkel's center-right believer Democrats. Karl Marx is yet very pertinent to 100 year following his childbirth, he wrote. Presence technology would do a superior community probable. But capitalism prevents it destroys human beings and environment. He's cost read Marx to see how precisely that happens. Talk in Trier on Friday, Europe Committee CEO Jean-Claude Juncker told Marx present stands for things that he is not accountable for and that he didn't reason since lot of the things he wrote downward were redrafted in the contrary. Down there has been a recovery of concern in Marxian theoretical in the wake up of the 2008 world finance collapse. Trier officials told disputes on take the job had drawn on for 2 years since several reasoned how receiving it was not compliant in critical estimated humane rights atrocity in China. Meantime AfD lead Alexander Golan told down there should be no memorial to communism, as it had driven so lot affliction to so lot human beings. Trier's mayoress Tungsten Labe told the image was in prospect to de-examine behavior. We include recognized it as a motion of amity and the image should promote human beings to transactions in Karl Marx, he told. Perhaps several judgments and prejudices will be fixed. Down there are some monuments to Marx in Germany, consisting the building of his childbirth and a image in a garden in the Equity, Berlin. On tourists consisting 50,000 of China trip Trier, Mr. Labe told. CEO Xi Jinping on Friday gave a top-profile speaking praise Marx as the big philosopher of contemporary times. He forced China's governing communistic side to go behind to the cradle of Marxist, and told the side would ever stay the guardians and practitioners of its theories. Students and largest civilian service staff in China must full obligatory courses in Marxist. In spite China's capitalist framework is household to hundreds of billionaires and a expansion gap among wealthy and impoverished. The Marx image how China has taken into account to Trier was created by renowned carver Wu Weishan. In the epoch, My job reached lot of the planet's focus since China reached the planet's focus, Mr. Wu said China Country Print.